Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Looking for a quick midweek meal fix? Our Clover Classic Rigatoni with peas combines the smooth and creamy, timeless taste of Clover Classic in a hearty and comforting warm pasta dish. Now, Dumi, I love pasta, but show me how to take this recipe to the very next level.
Well, this is actually a throwback for me because I remember at some point one of us here had decided to have meat-free weeks, days, months. Well, I'm taking it back to that time when you did not have meat.
And I remember that time, girl.
We're making a delicious rigatoni dish. There's no meat in here, and you definitely will not miss the meat. I promise you that, guys. And if you want the recipe details, information, just go on to afternoonexpress.co.za. But I'm going to show you exactly how to make this recipe right now. We started off with a bit of butter going into our pan, and all we want to do now is just melt it off. The thing about this is it's such a quick dish. You literally come home from work, put it in the pan, forget about it, do whatever else you need to do, and then 20 minutes later you are having supper and you are a happy person.
Dumi, you are literally speaking to my heart because sometimes, you know, after these long days on set and speaking to incredible people, we give so much of ourselves. By the time we get home, girl, I'm just trying to put something on the pot and chill.
I know exactly what you mean, girl. So this is perfect for people who are working, for people who are not working, who are sitting at home, for people who have kids and they just want to get the kids out of the way and just here's a quick meal, go sit down and eat. This is the perfect meal for that. And the other thing about it is that it uses Clover Classic. It has 10 vitamins in it. So that's perfect for you. You make sure you pop in all those vitamins and minerals, and we've got a lot of veggies in here, so it's perfect as well.
All in one dish, and that's what I appreciate about this meal. It's creamy, and it's got that incredible dairy-based snack that I love in Clover Classic, smooth. So then by doing this, Dumi, it helps you add your own flavor and your own variety and your own flair to this dairy-based snack.
Correct, and this one that we're using, like we said, is plain, but they also have a range of other flavors like strawberry and so forth, so you don't necessarily have to you can use this one obviously for this dish, but they've got such a range that you could eat any of the other flavors as well. The thing about it is that you don't have to worry about any additional flavors because the flavor actually comes from the Clover Classic itself. So all we're going to do is just enhance those flavors with what I've got here is I've got some spring onion, I've got some red bell peppers, and the lovely thing about this as well is that these also cook quite quickly. Oh, wow. So you don't have to worry about sitting there and watching the whole recipe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've got like 3 hours. No. It literally cooks in like 20 minutes. And all you're going to do now is I'm going to go in with some frozen peas. The reason I use frozen is because by the time this dish is done, they're nicely warmed up and so forth. And then the last thing is our rigatoni. I'm not going to put all of it. We just pop it in there.
Okay.
And all we're going to do is just toss this together.
Girl, don't you worry. You know that leftover pasta? I'm definitely going to try use it in a recipe sometime soon.
I know you, girl. I trust you like that. Don't you worry.
You just put it in the freezer, South Africa, and then it'll see you second half. When you're starving one day, you just put it into another recipe because we're all about saving as well.
Tata wena Chef Pali. Guys, did you hear that? We're all about the plug here.
Yeah.
Afternoon Express.
So what I have to take care of this money.
So what I've done is I've added our sauce here, basically, which is that Clover Classic, the garlic, as well as the lime zest. And then you just toss it together. Once it's warmed up, that's a lovely thing. Because we're using cooked pasta, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I still have to cook the pasta. The pasta's already cooked, so you can even use leftover pasta and just put it in here. We're just going to let this warm up quickly and cook down. And all the flavors are going to mellow together. And it is at this point that I'm going to go in with my salt and pepper because it is very important to season our dishes. But the one other thing is the tang from the Clover Classic is already there. However, I know a lot of people like to have it a bit more tangy, so this is where you could also add more lemon juice if you'd like.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it just enhances that flavor. And the one thing I love about this is a base for any dish that you'd like to add. So if at this point you feel like I want more protein, actually, can I go in with some prawns? Can I go in with some chicken? You're more than welcome to do so.
Okay, I love that. And we're basically taking cooking here to the very basic core level, allowing everyone to get involved with in the kitchen. And if you want to do so, South Africa, all you have to do is head over to our Afternoon Express website. Dumi has done an incredible job because she has specifically detailed the recipe, the ingredients, and the method you need to create this delicious dish. And now what I love about this dish as well is that it does incredibly well as leftovers.
Correct. So if you'd like to, if you're a mac and cheese person, you could even add your cheese into this, put it in the oven, bake it, and it's a completely completely other dish altogether.
Voila,
And
that
then,
easy.
The last but not least, we're going to go in with a bit of Parmesan.
A bit, all the Parmesan.
Not really, because what we want to do is want to drizzle, put a bit more Parmesan on the top when we're about to eat. So, don't you worry, I got you.
Okay,
Got you
presentation
covered.
is everything. And speaking about presentation, I love the fact here that you also used colors within cooking. You know, growing up, we used to say we have to have the whole color spectrum evident on your plates. And then that's how you know you're also feeding your body the right nutrients that we need. Because if everything is the same color, honey, you're eating from the same nutrition palette.
Girl, are you taking my job now? Because, like, you're the one taking all the skills there. I need to watch my back.
No, Dumi, one day I'm also going to have a young one just like you. And I want to make sure that when I do have my family, just as much as South Africa has their own families out there, I'm making sure that I'm feeding them nothing but the best.
Correct. And this is it. Our dish is ready. It's been served. And all we do is just go in with a bit more Parmesan on the top. And I promise you, you will enjoy this. You will. It is delectable. It is delicious. It is nutritious. It is hearty and filling.
It's all things that it's Clover Classic.
Basically.
Now, if you want to try your hand at making this delectable dish, then head over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get the recipe. Voila.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.